Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy, and this time with a surprise for you guys, as I'm going to be casting here a game from the IEM Katowice 2022 Starcraft 2 tournament. A very interesting matchup here in between the two pro players. It's actually an international engagement here in between Canada and South Korea. Let me just start once again by introducing the players to you guys as we're spawning here in the upper right in the blue. It is SCARLETT from Canada, but she is currently living in South Korea, from where she's also training really hard for any upcoming tournaments. I believe she's also a streamer. Sadly, I don't think that she has a YouTube channel, but she could change that, of course. And now let me just also introduce her opponent, as we're spawning here in the lower left in the red. It is MARU from South Korea. Very strong and skilled Terran player here for SCARLETT. SCARLETT is also a very great talent. But yeah, MARU, from skill-wise, MARU of course perhaps with a little bit better skill than her, but yeah, nevertheless, SCARLETT always up for a surprise here. Let's just see how she does here against MARU. As MARU is opening up here with a supply depot barracks into gas, or was it supply depot gas into barracks, as they're both spawning here on 2000 atmospheres, so very nice map here for them. SCARLETT, by the looks of it, is going straight for a fast expansion into gas and then spawning pool. Her overlord is already out, actually two of her overlords already out here to scout the map. This standard stuff here. And yeah, let's just see what exactly the strategies are going to be here. Of course, many Terrans like to go into mass bio units, but a transition into mechanical units could also be a possibility, so some siege tanks would also be nice to see, some Thors, some Wraiths, Vultures and so on. So yeah, let's just see what exactly they have prepared for us. Of course, when it comes to the Zerg, also variety of strategies could be used. Mass Zerglings, Broodlings, it's only Banelings early on against Marines, Broodlings later on also really nice, and some Vipers and Hydras and so on. Lurkers also very good unit to have against bio, but let's just see what they will be doing. We also have the production tab here in the upper left part, as now of course also deciding here to go for a fast expansion, as he's scouting SCV. Did of course scout here this location, so yeah, his reaction here immediately, and by the looks of it, he's also going for his first factory. Perhaps his starport would be also hidden here in the back somewhere, and we also have that second refinery here up for him. Let's just check those units he's going to making, and he's actually adding here some Hellions. So Hellions early on really great to abuse, to kill some drones early on if you have some medivacs. This is exactly why MARU continues here with a 1-1 strategy. Actually, one barracks into one factory and one starport here. So he could even transition here this factory into this reactor just to create more and more Hellions, but I guess he's playing it just normal here, as SCARLETT is also deciding here to take this expansion. So pretty soon to be a 3-base Zerg versus a 2-base Terran. We also see that upgrade here for those Zerglings. SCARLETT tries to spread here those Zerglings around the map just to get as much vision as possible, and this is exactly why she parked here an overlord, so that she would see in case a medivac is going to move out with some units. Of course, many Terrans are known, many skilled Terrans are known to move out with their medivacs, with their Hellions, with their Marines into that medivac, just to abuse those mineral lines here from the Zerg. Now let's just see what exactly is going to be chosen here. We have two Hellions here from MARU out, so this expansion might be in a little bit of trouble. This is exactly why a Queen is being added here for SCARLETT, just so she can fend off any attack. Also a nice placed overlord here just to give her vision, and more Hellions. Now hold on, we actually see the first medivac move out here with some Marines. Yeah, but afterburner is also being used here, so he might try to drop here, or is he? But he's moving here exactly above the overlord. So SCARLETT really nice here with that placement, but does she have enough defenses here, as there's a Queen with some Zerglings here, so she should be able to fend this off. MARU is of course known for his multitask, so he might attack on 2 locations, even 3 locations at the same time. Really hard to execute. He really is one of the greatest Terrans there is, and even almost sniping a second Queen here. He's showing here his presence, and now he's picked up some Hellions here, so interesting job. There is that overlord, sees now this medivac, so we need to be careful. Those Hellions, 4 of them, really strong here against those drones. And there are some Zerglings coming in, but those Zerglings will of course be fired really quick. Once again, MARU is pinging up those Hellions. Some drones have been killed. Actually, many drones have been killed here for SCARLETT. 16 drones already dead here. So that trade was really good here for MARU, as he has lost only 4 Hellions against those 16 drones, sadly, here for SCARLETT. Already taking a massive blow here. Really strong move out here by MARU. With only 1 medevac, noticed, with only those 4 Hellions, he has managed to deal so much economic damage. So let's just check the workers really quick. SCARLETT should of course recover really soon, but then again, so much economic damage has already been dealt, so this is exactly why SCARLETT is returning some of her queens at home, and of course also mutating. But as I see this, look at that, there's an battle cruiser coming here through, attacking this position, sniping even one drone here, almost sniping this one queen. So SCARLETT early on, some serious trouble here. Nice abusement here by MARU with that battle cruiser at a 5 minute and 30-second mark. A nice rush here by him. Really great stuff here by him, producing more and more here. We might snipe here this one overlord. So notice this battle cruiser could of course teleport back at home, get repaired and get back into action. Some engagement here. Aliens killing some Zerglings. The creep spread looks really good here for SCARLETT. But this is exactly why MARU sends here his units, just to clear those creep eggs here for those queens. At the same time, he's also moving out here with his battle cruiser. 2 kills for him. Then he actually sees that spire. There would be some corruptors here for SCARLETT, just to deal with those battle cruisers. Let's just see how many battle cruiser is MARU going for, as his Hellions are now once again dealing damage, but his queen nicely holding here off. In the end will be sniped. And while all of this is happening, of course, MARU has decided here to take the other expansion. Aliens are now being surrounded finally by Zerglings, and this Hellbat is going to take quite some damage, but this position was just perfect here for MARU. I don't know why he was off, because he was busy microing something else, perhaps his battle cruiser, it's his production. So a great early aggression here by MARU, taking SCARLETT a little bit by surprise, also me taking by surprise with that teleportation here from this battle cruiser. Let's just see if this battle cruiser is going to perhaps snipe this spire, so snipe some drones here. The defenses look really strong here for SCARLETT. Queens all over the place, as we should also take now this army move out with those Hellbats here in the front. The drones really have to be microed out, and this hatchery is taking quite some damage. And look at the same time he's moving out here with his battle cruiser, but he's TPing back at home. So yeah, sniping 2 drones, then TPing back. And perhaps SCARLETT needs to be more careful with her drones here, as she might lose some drones. Not that many defenses here, so sadly for her, once again she's going to lose a hatchery here. So after losing so many drones, she has to remake now that hatchery. Really hard game here for SCARLETT. MARU showing his skill here, multitasking all over the place with his battle cruiser, and there's a second battle cruiser here. But now SCARLETT has those corruptors, so finally the battle cruiser should move out here really quick, and it's not going to make it here. So finally SCARLETT with a good engagement here, losing 5 drones, but in the end sniping this one battle cruiser, as she's now pretty much in air control, or she should be in air control, with patrolling here those corruptors against those battle cruisers. So great reaction here by her. MARU once again tries to defend, tries to kill some of those eggs, and to move here into this location just to kill more and more workers here. Roaches, however, once again a perfect counter here for SCARLETT against those Hellions. Things have settled down. I am looking of course a lot on the minimap. We have that Yamamoto gun being finished here, and hold on, these Hellions are actually making it really strongly through, but there's a nice wall in here with these evolution chambers here by SCARLETT. So really quick reaction here by her, as she also has sniped those Hellions. So good defense here by SCARLETT. Just check the worker count once again. The worker count really healthy now for SCARLETT. 90 workers versus the 76 here from MARU, as MARU is also deciding here to move out here with his expansion at the 6 o'clock position. So yeah, now things have settled down. Both players are preparing their macro oriented game, are preparing those defenses. Sorry. And yeah, let's just see what move out is going to be. a small group of Marines here trying to test the waters here, and perhaps to snipe a drone or two. Now we have those nice cyclones here with range, doing so much damage. Of course, also good against those Raptors, and yeah, pretty good against any units. Really fast moving unit here with so much good damage here. Let's just see what the reaction from SCARLETT is going to be against this. Of course, she will try to spread more and more of her creep here around the map just to be much faster. Okay, let's just see the next target here from MARU. What is he going for? What exactly his next units composition are going to be? I don't see any battlecruiser harassment. Just sniping here some of those eggs as he's moving here forward, and now he's heading straight towards this hatchery. And this hatchery taking quite some damage here. It's getting healed, but look at that, a great snipe here once again by MARU with his, what is this, 7 cyclones. So really nice job here by with those Hellions sniping this one hatchery. Also notice the upgrades here, those Hellions, so nice job here by him, as he's also expanding at the 9 o'clock position here. So SCARLETT really needs to make something happen here, as she's moving out with some roaches, with some queens, and with some ravagers. Perhaps she's going to attack in here, but the walling is really nice here for MARU. So yeah, pretty first game, hard game here for SCARLETT against her opponent, against MARU here, as more and more ravagers are being spawned in from those cyclones. Once again clearing this creep. SCARLETT needs to rebuild those creep eggs as fast as possible. This is exactly why she transferred into ravagers and roaches here, just to snipe some of those cyclones. But like I told you, cyclones really fast here against those Zerg units. At the same time, there's a second army move out here by MARU with those Hellbats, 2 battlecruisers. We even have some Thors. So nice army composition here from MARU. She's having all of those cyclones, all of those Hellbats, Thors here, tanks. And not that much bio here for him, as he's transitioned mainly into mechanical build orders here. And look at that, the Corruptors are holding 4 those battlecruisers, but there are those Thors here dealing so much damage. Tanks are also dealing damage. And yeah, Thor has fallen here, but still so much being left here for MARU. Is again SCARLETT in some serious trouble, and those 2 cyclones are making it here through. Some banelings are in the back trying to snipe those Hellbats, but the cyclones are still being left alive here. There's a great cycle here by MARU, as he's dealing so much damage. Look at that, even this one cyclone lucky here with 8 HP, as those Thors have actually sniped here this hatchery. And sadly here for SCARLETT, it's not paying attention. She's going to lose so many drones in here. Nice fungal here against those units, nice drops, but more and more reinforcements are coming in, and sadly GG. SCARLETT has to GG out here after she has lost 27 drones. This is what I told you about, guys. MARU with a 2 flank here of attack, and even this one cyclone with 12 kills here already. Great stuff here by him. Well, like I told you, multitasking here for MARU. Now let's just jump straight into game number 2 in between these 2 pro players. Really great game number 1. Let's head straight into game number 2 here on Curious Minds from ASL. You can actually see the ASL logo here, so I wonder if they've changed anything for this map. Curious Mind, a very curious and interesting game here for a map. Once again, SCARLETT spawning here in the lower right in the red, and her opponent in the upper left in the blue. It is MARU. So yeah, great game here by him. Nice lesson if you're a Terran player. You don't really have to go mass bio, and a great harassment early on with that battlecruiser. We've seen Thors, we've seen siege tanks, cyclones, and Hellbats with Hellions. Really nice stuff here by great strategy here from, like I told you, 2022 February. It is. Games have been held in Poland, in Katowice. SCARLETT moving out here with her overlords around the map. I think that she's once again going to be going for a fast expansion, or is she? Let's just check the build order really quick. No, actually she's going for spawning pool, and actually extractor first into spawning pool. So interesting stuff here by her, a different build this time. No fast expansion. Perhaps she's going to try to be early aggressive with mass Zerlings. It could be a possibility. And yeah, MARU pretty standard. Gas is up. There is his barracks with supply depot. So some Marines will have to be made here for him, just to have some early defenses in case there is aggression coming out. There's finally here this expansion from SCARLETT at the 1 minute and 20-second mark. So yeah, pretty nice stuff here by her. She's mining some gas. She might go into speed here for those Zerglings, as her overlords are also nicely moving out on the map, just in case MARU decides to be aggressive. And look at that, at the 1 minute and 40-second mark, MARU is expanding here, as he's also adding a reactor here towards his barracks, and pretty soon the first Marines should come out. Orbital command is also being researched here, and there's also a nice wall in here for him. Pretty standard stuff. There's that speed upgrade I was talking about, really much needed for those Zerglings in case you wish to be aggressive early on. Let's just see what SCARLETT is up to. Maybe she's going into mass Zerglings. It could be a possibility here against MARU, just to inflict so much damage, economic damage. There we have actually a second barracks here for MARU, so a complete different build order here by him, just like in game number 1. Not going into barracks, factories and starport. He's actually deciding now to go into 3 barracks here, so mass bio it is going to be here for him against SCARLETT at the same time, also with a different build order, not making that expansion so fast here. So let's see the outcome of it. Some Zerglings are just roaming around, perhaps waiting here for this speed to be upgraded here, as more and more drones are being produced here for SCARLETT, and some creep X just to spread that creep around the map. So yeah, just see what it's going to be doing here. Also adding here a tech lab for Marines here for those upgrades, as we have the first 4 Marines moving here out on the map. So let's just see what exactly they can be doing here. Is MARU going to be aggressive? But he might get surrounded here. Speed has been upgraded, so this should be okay here from SCARLETT, because those Marines are being kited here back and forth by MARU, but in the end SCARLETT of course being the victor here early on, and even some of her Zerglings make it here through, as MARU has to abandon here this position early on, because those Zerglings would have been really good here against him. Only 5 Marines here against all of Zerglings, so really great early game now. SCARLETT, she might even snipe a SCV or 2, but remember there's 3 barracks at home here for MARU, so we'll pump out so many units here. Another SCV has been sniped, but SCARLETT also losing some Zerglings here, so to be careful. Of course, in the meantime she's also expanding here. Looks like mass Zerglings into upgrades, and we have a Baneling nest now here. SCARLETT is going straight anti-bio here with her units. Let's check the main here from Terran. We actually have a first factory here, perhaps some Hellions. Could be an interesting decision here for MARU, as he's pretty much on mass Marines here. No upgrades yet for the Marines, of course, it's too early, but yeah, more and more mass Marines are being produced, and there are those upgrades here. Combat shields is being done. Of course, that steam pack has to be researched if you're going for that bio units, and combat shield with 10+5 here, 10 more HP for those Marines. There is that shield being upgraded here. In come the Marines, 55 HP. Let's just see if SCARLETT is going to be ready for this. MARU pretty much moving here forward. Interesting enough, not choosing to go for a medivac, just straight into the base here from SCARLETT. SCARLETT should be prepared with some Banelings, with some Queens that scan just to clear some X. So MARU needs to be careful here against Zerg units. Of course he's going to retreat here a little bit, perhaps abusing those ramps. He's snapping tech here. SCARLETT looking pretty much ready for this. She has those Banelings. Banelings of course great counter here, so MARU really needs to spread those units against SCARLETT. Also perhaps adding a starport, but does he have a starport here at home? Finally he has a starport with 2 medivacs, of course a must if you have the bio units at around here, just to pick them up, steam up and attack and so on. Let's just see, is MARU still roaming around here, still showing his presence here towards SCARLETT. Just keep SCARLETT guessing what exactly his strategy is going to be, as more and more creep is being built here by him. So yeah, at home we of course do have some Marines for defense. Other Marines are moving now forward, perhaps to regroup with those Marines at home. It will be just a mass green attack here. We actually also see a first tank here Oh, he's now moving out just to clear more and more of those eggs. And perhaps heading into the other location. We also see a army move out here by SCARLETT. Really strong move out here with mass Zerglings for her. One carapace has already been upgraded here, but the walling is really nice. At the same time, MARU is moving forward with his medivacs this time, so he's going to snipe some of those units, just pick them up and then move out here. So really nice job. Same time, another medivac here with those tanks and the marines. So now moving out here for MARU. So MARU will try to regroup, perhaps to get all of those units together, and would be a really massive attack here for him. One weapons upgrade has also been done here for him. So let's just see where is he going, where are those other units. Yes, indeed, they have regrouped here, rejoined the army, and those two siege tanks are on this ledge. Really nice job here. Great abusement of those. MARU knows the secret locations, the secret spots here of those sniping. Look at that, he's nicely defending here those tanks. Those tanks really crucial. In comes SCARLETT from the back, but she's already taking quite some damage. So nice surround here by SCARLETT. Is she going to be able to clear this out? So much steam, so much damage being dealt. The tank somehow survives here. And one tank has been sniped, of course, but so many units have fallen here for SCARLETT. Interestingly enough, she did not make it here through, sadly. Also lost here that hatchery. Just a couple of kills here with some Zerglings, and this actually looks really great here for MARU as he's moving forward with his medivacs, with his reinforcements from the back here. Such a great game here by him. Completely different target strategy here by MARU, showing us an interesting job here. Only 8-minute game here with mass bio into just a couple of tanks. 2 tanks were enough here for him to this position, and of course those medivacs just to heal those marines, just to allow them to steam up and just to pick them up. So great series here. So it was a best of 3 from the Katowice tournament, Starcraft 2 here from Poland. Really of course a nice game here, and I'm going to be casting actually all of those series. I did find replays, so yeah, on this channel it's usually Broodwar, but and again I also will mix up some Starcraft 2 for you. Really interesting series. I hope once again you enjoyed those replays, and like I told you, the cast will continue with all of the, or pretty much all of the games from the Katowice 2022 tournament. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Tommy.